So before we start in our prediction, we wanted to look at what happened actually for the 20th anniversary. So that was in 2016, and from what we've seen, there's a lot of similarities between the two events, starting with this logo that we can see right now. So the logo for the 20th anniversary is basically the same idea that they took back from the 25th anniversary, even though like you cannot see the starters in it anymore, but that's pretty much the same logo. So let's start with a little recap. So in January of 2016, were announced the first Pokemon set that was revealed. Sorry, for the 20th. I'm not gonna manage that 20th anniversary. So back in January 2016, we knew already what was coming for Pokemon. So in the name of the Generations set. The Generation set was released in the form of special boxes. So you had the mythical Pokemon collection. So every month throughout the year, you would get a different box with I think two packs and a promo of mythical Pokemon. You also had a few special boxes with Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise, if I remember well.
Pokemon and Pikachu, sorry,
and Pikachu
as well. Yeah. But yeah, I believe they ran up to the XY Evolutions launch, right? And it's quite similar to how they're running this year with the jumbo promos.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll likely see a 25th anniversary set sometime then, but I don't know. It's going to be, I believe is it the 13th of October, right? Is the last release date for the jumbos.
Yeah, exactly. So it's interesting, like if you take the parallel between the jumbos and this mythical Pokemon collection thing, it's pretty much the same kind of product. You have 2 booster packs and the promo. At least you have 3 promos actually in the ones that are coming in for the 25th anniversary. So you can see that the 2 packs in these were actually the special anniversary set. So that might help us answer the question we were having earlier about what are going to be these 2 packs that are included inside. Is it going to be like Generations and the special anniversary set that we have not heard anything about yet, or is it going to be something else? That's the question. But like this can be a clue. I don't know. What do you think about it?
I think that's a great shout. That kind of adds up, right? If it's 2 packs and it was released monthly.
Yeah.
And there was a mythical promo, but this time around we're getting jumbo promos. I think, yeah, that to me adds up. And you know, if you look back at the logo, you know, Pokemon likes to be consistent, don't they? You know,
yeah.
Shining Fates.
Shining Fates.
Yeah, you know, it's very original.
Yeah.
As people say. So yeah, I think there's a lot to tell from the 20th anniversary and how they ran that. Obviously, as you said, the timelines are a bit different, but
yeah,
I think COVID has forced their hand this year. I think they're trying to do the best they can. But like, look at what happened with Mario last year. You know, everyone was like, "Oh, Mario, what's happening with Mario? What are we going to see?" Like, the whole community and the gaming community was crying out, like, going, "Oh my God, we're not going to see a Mario remake this year."
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we got like 4 games announced.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I mean, the calendar can also be interpreted in a different way. It doesn't have to be the year when the anniversary is starting, but it can actually start like they did with Mario, actually on the day of the anniversary, and then throughout the year. For Mario, they released the collection with the 3 games. And to end the anniversary of Mario, that was this month actually, they've just released 3D World, Super Mario 3D World, and that was pretty much, you see, it's in February. It's like closing the year of the Mario anniversary, so it just gives us a clue as well that actually the Pokemon 25th anniversary could last until February 2022 and not stop in December 2021. So we might have some extra products in January and February as well of next year.
I think the key message here is just to be patient, isn't it?
Yeah.
We
are 1 week away.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be the telling period, isn't it? This Pokemon Day. There's got to be something announced.
There's got to be, yeah.
And I'm sure they've got something up their sleeves that will drive everyone insane and go crazy and empty their
take the wallets out. Yeah. They also announced for the 20th anniversary some special edition consoles. So I guess that's something we can expect also for this year with some kind of a remake here. It was not a remake, but like a port of the...
Yeah, it was a pre-installed port of Red and Blue, along with 2 cover plates for the 3DS. And as you said, with the Mario anniversary year, we've just seen a red Switch for Mario as
Correct.
well. So again, by this time next year, we may see a Pokemon 25th anniversary style Switch.
Yeah, or a couple, who knows?
Yeah. Well, they're definitely going to, I think, profit here off that one rather than, selling the cover plates. I think they'll rather sell whole units.
Yeah, I agree. And 5 years ago, they did this Charizard and Blastoise. And I could totally see them this year, like releasing 3 versions, like 1 green, 1 blue, and 1 red, to match the 3 typings of the starters.
They'll never forget Pikachu, though.
True, they never forget Pikachu. 4 then, who knows? 4 limited edition Switch. How amazing would that be? I don't know. Actually, I would never buy this kind of thing, but...
Yeah, they didn't bring in Venusaur into this one, did
No, right?
But I suppose,
Poor Venusaur is always the third wheel of the of the carriage. Yeah. I guess what's on everybody's mind is that I think it was in October of the year 2016, so actually quite a bit later, after all the festivities for the anniversary started, Evolutions was released. So Evolutions was announced in July for Japan first, so it released in Japan in September. And it released in the West in I think November, actually, not October, in November of 2016. So it was pretty much the end of the celebration, ending on a bang, if I may say, with this set. It was base set, obviously. I think we all know Evolutions. There's no need to elaborate on what Evolution is and what the impact of Evolutions has been on the Pokemon TCG. I think it's really one of the sets that brought back the first one, at least, that brought back so many collectors. So there is a lot of speculations of this year having also a kind of a reprint, Blast from the Past, some kind of old set being reprinted. Lots of, I don't know if it's rumors, because I really think at this point it's just people wishing for it to happen.
Yeah.
But
I think the Pokemon Company is very coy and smart with what they do. They played this company that doesn't say much to the public, doesn't ever answer to any criticism, doesn't answer to any announcements. Everything's on their terms, and they probably just sit there and just go, right, what does the community want, and just listens for a bit and then goes, right, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah, exactly.
But who knows?
There's one of these companies that really can offer to be just silent and just pushing out there everything they want. But I mean, you see where they started the year with all these promos around the starters. I think they really want to make this year special, and I don't think it's a given at this point yet, but it kind of is. Like, we've had already a lot of reprints announced, like these promos, the jumbos that were showing the original Pikachu, original Charmander, the original Squirtle, the original Bulbasaur. So
Yeah, it's not a impossible feat to see vintage reprints if we can see these jumbos getting reprints.
no, absolutely
So
not.
everything is on the table at the moment. And to be honest with you, whatever they create and sell, it will all sell out and everyone will go crazy for it,
Yeah.
no matter what it is. So
Yeah.
and I think that's really telling as well, with what you said about the Japan release dates being in the summer. So that means we don't really have too long to wait,
Yeah.
really, to find out. So
Yeah,
I
I think
wonder as well,
2 or 3
do you,
months is usually the time we have to wait between the Japan release and our release. Like, look at
yeah,
Battle Styles; it's releasing pretty much even 1 month after the Japanese set being released. So,
yeah.
sorry.
Do you think they'll ever sync up the launch dates between the Japanese and rest of the world markets?
They did with the games. The games used to release 6 months ahead in Japan of the rest of the world, and now they have delayed everything so that all the games released at the same time since I think the 3DS games. So it's absolutely not impossible. The only thing is that in Japan they are getting more sets, but more small sets. So it's not exactly the same. I think like all of their sets are around 70 cards, no more. Rather here we always, I mean, not always, but we tend to get sets which are around 150 to 200 cards,
Yeah.
which are combining 2 or 3 Japanese sets. So
Yeah.
they would need to change a lot of things. So it's not impossible, but I don't really see it happen in the near future.
Yeah, but what we do see is all of the main chase cards always get translated across into English sets
Yeah.
somehow. So, you know, we're always keen to find out what's coming next. And, we're quite fortunate really to have the knowledge of the Japanese market.
Yeah.
If we were to get everything at the same time, could you imagine the level of speculation it would be, like in sets? Like people would not have an idea. Like with Shining Fates, we all knew there would be a shiny Charizard,
Yeah.
because of Shiny V.
Yeah.
But if we didn't have that, could you imagine that being released worldwide on the same day? Like no one knew what would be in it, and there was like a shiny Charizard.
And on the first day of the release, yeah, all the internet will go crazy because they discovered there was a Charizard in the set and they had no idea. Actually, it would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think it would. But then I think, we're always looking for information, and I do think it would kind of drive people crazy.
Yeah.
And I think knowing what's coming from the Japanese sets gives people hope as well at times.
Yeah, and I believe
it would be interesting.
The hyper rares in the Japanese sets are actually revealed with the launch. I believe they are not even included in the leaflets that explain all the cards that are in the sets. Like if you buy an ETB, you always have this player guide with the cards of the set. And I think in Japan they are not even announcing the secret rares, the hyper rares, until the very last moment. So I think that was the case for Battle Styles, the single strike and rapid strike heroes or fighters. I don't remember, but
I'll tell you what, you would see it'd be an absolute gamble, wouldn't it? Pre-orders, because you'd only be pre-ordering based off the name.
Yeah.
The set.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where the fact that Japan has smaller sets also makes sense, because you pretty much have to guess what's going to be in the set from all of the art that has been communicated about it, and
and people obviously associate the naming conventions of the sets with the games and the anime, and kind of like it's like Champions Path, right? Everyone worked out, it's going to be around, gym leaders and their Pokemon.
So, and we actually, the discussion took a turn that I did not plan. I wanted to ask you, what reprint would you like to see, if there is a reprint this year of a vintage set?
Ooh.
Take your time.
I think personally, I would like to see Gen 2. And I think that's the most obvious. But then again,
Is it though?
well, it would make sense to go, in that order, because. But then again, it's predictable, isn't it? And I suppose they don't like. Oh, I don't know. They do kind of like being predictable because look at the anniversary logo. Look at the set names.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely not big fans of taking risks, but yeah.
Yeah. What about yourself?
I'd be super excited to see the E-series because these are sets that are actually very hard to find compared to relatively to older sets. Like you can find somehow base set, fossil, jungle quite easily, but the E-series, the E-reader series is very, very difficult to come across in the good condition.
Especially Skyridge.
Especially Skyridge, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's really and there's two Houndooms in the E-series, in Aquapolis and in Skyridge, and these are two of my favorite cards. So I would definitely love to see them reprinted. And
what is your favorite E-series set?
I have to say Skyridge because of all the crystal cards that are inside. I love the crystal Oho. I love the crystal Charizard. I'm not sure if Charizard is in the crystal Charizard is in.
It is.
Skyridge.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's 15K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd say Skyridge, but I also have a special thing for the Houndoom from Aquapolis. So. I wouldn't be mad if it was Aquapolis and not Skyridge, but really, realistically, if it was the E-series, I think it would be really a best of. They would take just the best cards from all the three sets and just reprint them, and that would be pretty awesome, to be honest. Yeah.
Maybe it's not even a generation. Maybe they take a theme like Gym Challenge, Gym Heroes, or Team Rocket. Because Team Rocket has been used throughout a lot of the gens, and there's a lot of different sets which they could take inspiration from. Because look at Evolutions, right? They modernized base set and they brought in EX cards and Mega Charizard and all those other mega forms. So yeah, I think there's lots of possibilities of what we could see.
Yeah, true. It's super exciting, honestly. So that's something if they are following the calendar that they are doing right now, that we might hear about in the summer. So probably not next week, but super excited for it nonetheless. And I'm 100% sure we're going to be super happy with what they are offering.